You need to break every bomb site down into pieces. There's only 3 things that matter. The general law of FPS states that if you want the very high % chance of winning these pulse plans in even scenarios, you need to try to own 2 of the mains. It could be any of the 2. It could be you own this and you own this. It could be you own this and you own this. Any of those is fine. It doesn't really matter which 2 you own. It's not a hard rule in the sense that you always need to do this. It's a general guide of like how to maneuver these scenarios, because you don't want to have people split attention. And as numbers get lower and lower, so with 3 people, that leaves like 1 person watching this way, 1 person having to jiggle door, and then 1 person having to jiggle main, right? This happens a lot to a lot of people. Like when you're in this position and you're feeling like, oh, I need to jiggle main, but I also need to watch my cat, and then this guy is worried about just like taking one. The first thing that you want to do is try to tune the emotion of discomfort with a form of action or a lack of information. Everything that you feel in this game that is uncomfortable is usually associated with a lack of information to make decisions. It's the absolute mind killer in this game. So this spot was submitted by somebody named Velvain, slightly above average Jett player for the rank that he plays in. With the amount of stats that he has, I think the win rate should be significantly higher than what it is. We're not winning as much. And according to the post that I saw, he's a 5-stack only player. So this is like, I guess, a slightly team-oriented VOD as well. So we're looking for tips on how to play my role better, tips on mechanics, of course, and team play. And I think switch the GL of the squad is in here as well. So we'll be talking a little bit about strategy, a little bit about, fight selection, mechanical resolutions, etc., etc. So immediately the first thing that I noticed is that our composition is quite sweet. We have double info initiators, double controllers, a little bit old school. Still very viable though. I think this comp is actually super good because you have the double controllers that gives you options for a lot of faking, and it allows both controllers to kind of be moderately aggressive without having to worry about too much about, dying, kind of griefing the whole team. So it opens up a lot. And then double information compensate for the lack of sentinel as well. And another added benefit of this comp is that, I mean, we can just fake hella with this kind of comp. Like when you have double controllers and double initiators, you can fake any direction with those 2 initiators. Yo, low-key, their comp has no util, so slamming is very easy for us. Also, faking is very easy for us because they have no gadgets besides the veto.
Cross right side.
I'm owned.
So your Sova actually should have sent drone upwards. Would have been better than low, or go super low. But you don't want to go at like if you look at the drone height, it's like the same level as the people's heads. This person can break drone and his crosshair is like at the head level. So either go really low or go really high.
I don't think Vito's there. You guys can just go.
Sloppy
Right
peaks.
I'm owned.
Cross right side.
This is just bad fundamentals, honestly. The Sky's trying to get active, but the Jett's supposed to be the one getting active. You should be going much wider than you did, and Sky should be going much shorter than she did, or Sky is going wide and you're going short. That's just like slightly failure in the
I don't think Vito's there. You guys can just go.
the fundamentals of how to peak stuff. Now at this point, is the round's a little cooked. I don't mind 1v1s, honestly, this game. I just think that supported fights should be a lot cleaner than they are. So we're actually calling to show a main, but we're not really taking the A main orb, which actually would be useful in this run.
Right, that's left side nest.
Spotted.
Oh,
I like this. I like this. Yes, yeah, huge, bro. That's a good play. Turn around and fight.
I'm grabbing the gun.
Bulldog.
Okay, we can slow down now. We have them wedged. We're in like we are the wedge. So we've killed some of the B players and we've killed some of the A players, and now the A players can't get to the B players because of our positioning. They have to like ultra rotate, slow, and spawn.
Yeah, we're going down soon.
So you guys can like slow down, take your time. There's only a few spots this person can be. They can be default. They can be like re-clearing mid, or they're in A main here. There's no more walking at this point. Like now it's just like time to find out where this dude is. Sloppy peaks. Very lazy peeking here. It's completely fine to be jiggling for info here because we don't know where this person is.
One main, two main.
Okay, 2 main. Comps.
No noise in spawn.
Okay, now there's a 3rd person missing. This person's either coming late spawn or coming late mid.
Fuck.
So the Jett has a really bad habit of like slow peeking angles and sloppy peeking angles. Again, this falls under the rank commandment of you don't want to be holding shift or W or S while peeking. So you need to be peeking things a lot faster, especially when it's time to fight. So there's not enough intent with the peaks here, and then this person's cooked now.
Yeah, door last.
Yep. The other thing too with the specters, like you want to be very like jiggly, like very jiggly. I don't know what other word to use, honestly. I don't have like an actual word for it, but like you don't really just want to like slow peek and take a fight because you can't trade bullets with people in that way. So you need to be like a lot faster. Like you need to like peek, shoot a couple bullets, peek, shoot a couple bullets, and then commit for the kill. Or you need to just be like, just go wide really fast and then just crouch spray. There's like the only 2 really like viable ways to use a Spectre. Like you can't really use it in any other way, to be honest. A slow peeking with low HP and yeah.
43 on Jett. Backside.
It's just bad form, to be honest.
Enjoying the video so far? If you like improving at Valorant, then come join us over at ProMinds. ProMinds is a Discord community that I started to help anyone and everyone get better at the game. We host 10 minutes every day in EU, NA, and APAC, and we do free weekly VOD reviews. Best of all, it's completely free to join. If you want to take things a step further, we provide Valorant classes taught by pro players themselves via our Omega membership. More information in the description down below. And now, back to the video.
Okay, I mean, not a bad bonus though. I think you guys had a genuinely good shot. I do think though that you guys should have collapsed on something. Like, you need to break every bomb site down into pieces, okay? There's only 3 things that matter, aside from the bomb site, okay? The bomb site is obviously matters, but assuming you have the bomb site, there's only 3 things that actually truly matter. The general law of FPS states that if you want a very high % chance of winning these post plans and in even scenarios, you need to try to own 2 of the mains. So it could be any of the 2. It could be you own this and you own this. It could be you own this and you own this, right? Any of those is fine. It doesn't really matter which 2 you own. Now, it's not a hard rule in the sense that you always need to do this, but it's a general guide of like how to maneuver these scenarios, because you don't want to have people split attention. And as numbers get lower and lower, so with 3 people, that leaves like 1 person watching this way, 1 person having to jiggle door, and then 1 person having to jiggle main, right? So like this happens a lot to a lot of people. So like whenever you feel like I'm in a spot where I have to look left, but I also have to look right, like when you're in this position and you're feeling like, oh, I need to jiggle main, but I also need to watch my cat, and then this guy is worried about just like taking 1. The first thing that you want to do is try to tune the emotion of discomfort with a form of action or a lack of information. Everything that you feel in this game that is uncomfortable is usually associated with a lack of information to make decisions. It's the absolute mind killer in this game. When people feel nervous, it means they don't know what to do because they don't have enough information to make a play, and they just get stuck because now they're like having to worry about so much. So associate the feeling of like I'm having to look in many ways and I'm very uncomfortable with I should probably be fighting for something, or I should probably be taking space somewhere. Like that should be like the first thought and emotion that you have associated with a form of action.
Yeah, that's fine.
Falling.
Flashing.
On the top wall.
Okay, whew. Let me teach you, Jett. Let me teach you something called the EU smoke. Okay, EU smoke is really good and really helpful. Just throw your cloud burst on the ground right here. If anyone's opping, they can't op you, and it gives you like the ability to like gain a little space and like control where you want to go pretty quickly. Because like whenever you're like in these kind of rounds where your weapons are a lot worse than theirs, and like even if it was a rifle posted right here, you're pretty much your team's cooked. Be honest. Like if we throw smoke, then we can send flashes through it, which also makes the flashes stronger, and we can also make sure we're not getting gunned down by superior weapons. And if there is an operator, then it allows you to get out the choke point very efficiently.
He's hit 100. Hit 100.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay, bro is trolling. This guy just gave you an op.
Right now.
Yep, I have an op. Get into a really good spot with it immediately. They don't have a good controller to smoke you off, so.
Coming out half, all 3 of them.
Yep. Yeah, so a little bit of honestly, you're doing Lord's work right here, bro. I can't even hate. But just like if you were just a little bit more calm right here,
130.
and just like stopped erratically jumping around and just like let your op reload in peace and just like peeked left or peeked right with this op, you would have aced easily right here, to be honest. But yeah, you did the Lord's work, honestly. Your teammates kind of just didn't do much for you, but you did a lot. Yeah, if you were just a little bit calmer, you would have probably aced this, or at least gotten
Two backside.
4th kill. All right, let me give you guys literally the cheat code to Valorant, okay? I say this in every VOD, and I'm going to continue saying this in every VOD until I'm so fucking repetitive and annoying in your brains when you're playing this video game that you will never forget this, okay? This game, you only really need to think 4 or 5 rounds a half, okay? The other rounds are already told. It's already written in the stars. You just have to look up, okay? You guys have a lot of ultimates right here. The game plan should no longer be a defaultive type of game plan. We don't need to like push, pull, any of this shit. We need to just look at our ultimates and call off our ult. We have a double execute ults, and we have Jett knives, which allows us to go fast as fuck. And we also could get a 4th ult if we really wanted it, right? Now, we don't want to go, obviously, to Veto site because he's going to be immune to our utility. But just like game plan should already be like, yo, we're going A or we're going B. Or we're holding passively and then we're going A or going B. But you don't want to add too many layers into this round, because the more layers you add, there's points of failure is what I like to call them, POFs. And the more steps you add, the more POFs you add. Think of it like this, right? They kill Jett, we've lost our duelist entry fragger, right? They kill Sova, we've lost one of our ultimates. They kill Harbor, we've lost one of our ultimates. They kill Sky, we're lost one of our potential ultimates. They kill Viper, that's one of our control. It feels like almost every kill the enemy team gets here is worth so much. So there's no reason to just like not call just a straight up overwhelm with Util on this round. Just like it's either yo, go A or go B with these ults, or yo, A split, B split, whatever the call is. Okay, it doesn't matter what the call is. It's more important. We don't want to be too split, and we don't want to add too many points of failure because our natural advantage is so high in this round. So all you have to do is just hit something with your ultimate. Just literally just call like a Suka Bliat B or A and just win the round.
Okay, we have money still and 3 ults. Let's just slam A here.
There you go. Attaboy. I bet this is a round win. I'm calling it right now. I bet this is a round win. I bet this is the first round win they're gonna have right here.
Yeah, I'm popping.
The easiest call ever. Rush A with ults. My man. Spoiler, they lose 12-0, 13-0.
Come out quick left on the door there.
There you go. That's the first ult. Nice. Nice patience. Waiting for the jellies. Look at that, bro. They can't even play the game. A little late on the Viper wall. Okay. Look at that, bro. They can't play the game.
Nice.
Watching backside.
Are we seeing or are we not seeing? Do we see the light or do we not see the light? Bro, the game is that easy. It really is. The only thing that should be getting better as you get higher rank is your aim, the way you use your util, and how good and efficient you are at using everything you could to your advantage. Like that's the only thing that changes. And as you get higher and higher rank, the event to reaction is faster and people just get faster with the chain of logic in the video game. This is actually like some fucking ancient wisdom tech, okay? When you're down 11-1, you have nothing to lose, bro. Just buy a sheriff and swing some shit, bro. If you get like 3 or 4 clean kills right here, then at least you have confidence for the rest of the game. But if you're getting absolutely bodied and you start the next half scared, it's cooked. It's actually cooked, fam. Okay, your crouch position is a lot better here.
So
Okay.
front pillar.
65, Soba.
Oh, we never checked that,
So
unfortunately.
front pillar.
65, Soba.
Oh, there's one half wall.
And this is over, right? I'm assuming.
Planning.
This is a nice, easy VOD. You made my life really easy. Okay. I mean, any questions from the players that are actually in this VOD? You and everyone else in your lobby, you should tell them that I said this. They're probably gonna be like, who the fuck is this guy talking to us? But anyway, just tell them anyway. Fuck it. Tell them Roy says we should all be focused on being very efficient with our crosshair placement and our movement and simplify game plans. That's legitimately, that's all you guys need to do to like get better at this game. This isn't one of those games where you're just getting very unlucky. Like, everything that happened to you guys is completely within your control. Like not checking sites correctly, overcomplicating the game plan, taking unsupported fights, taking poor fights, not using your util correctly, not using your ultimates. Those are not unlucky things. These are all within control. Just simplify the game plan, bro. Like you guys have a 2v1, take the 2v1. You have a 1v1 and your numbers down, take your 1v1. Like you want to take a fight and you guys like want to think of a plan and you have a lot of ults, like use the ults. Like it's just, that's like genuinely, that's all you guys need to be doing. That's all you need to be thinking. Like, don't worry about the deeper layers until you get into higher ranks and like you're playing against people that actually have a brain. Like, there's no need for logic when the logic is not in the room with us. You know what I'm saying? Like everything you guys lack in this 5-stack is just like legit fundamentals and just simplifying and making sure everyone is kind of on the same page.